So we'll start our discussion with the first tool in web designing, that is HTML. HTML, actually it stands for what means hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. So what is this hypertext and what is this markup? Now, let's take some website here. Okay. So let's take some web page here. So here, when I click on a hyperlink, some content or some page will be loaded. And that particular text, when we click, the corresponding page is loaded. So those are hyperlinks, we call it hypertext. Okay, now hypertext means generally it's a hyperlink. Then what is markup? Markup means presentation. So when we see the page here, the text is displayed with different sizes. The text is displayed with different colors, different backgrounds. So that's what exactly we call markup. Markup means how you want to see the text, how you want to present the text, you will write in that way. So what is the purpose of HTML? Means HTML actually it is used to print. It is used to print, or we can say like it is used to publish data on a web page. It is used to print, or it used to publish data on a web page. So what is the data here? I want to see some data on the web page. What is data here? The data can be some text. The data can be an image. Data can be an audio file, or it can be a video file. Anything we can call it data here. So it is used to print or publish data on a web page. Technically, we call it publish, printing data on the page. So who developed HTML means this HTML, it was written by Tim Berners-Lee. Actually, he is one of the founders of internet. And the first network that was developed was ARPANET. Okay, this is the first network that was developed. American Research Projects Agency. So that's the first network that was developed. And then to this network, the military organization networks are added. Later, scientific research organizations added. Later, universities and educational institutions. Then government organizations. Then it started spreading around the world. Now we are calling it World Wide Web. Like a web, they are interconnected to one another. So he is one of the founders of that internet, Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, and this particular markup language, it was introduced in 1993. So the language called HTML, it was derived from another markup language, we call it SGM. So what SGML stands for means standard generalized markup language. The programming style of HTML, it was being derived from standard generalized markup language. So this is how HTML has come. Then how to write HTML programs? How to write HTML programs? So programming in HTML is implemented as a collection of tags. These tags we also call them HTML elements. Generally, in operating system, we use a word like a command. Here we don't use command, we call them tags. Program is created as a collection of tags. So coming to the tags here, a tag in HTML can be written in two ways. A tag in HTML, it can be written in two ways. So what are they means? So can be written. Okay, just we can write like can be of two types. There are two types of tags used in HTML. What are they means? We call them container or paired tags. Container or paired tags. Second one, we call them empty tags. We call them empty tags, or even we call them like unpaid tags. Empty tags or unpaid tags. So what is a container tag? What is an empty tag means? A container tag, it includes what? It includes an open tag, a closed tag, and some content inside. Okay, now open tag, closed tag, and it will have some content inside. Like for example, I will show you. There is a tag called P. P stands for paragraph. So this is the open tag, we call it. Tags are written inside angle braces. Okay, now. So these type of brackets, we call them what? Angle braces. They are written inside angle braces. And which text I want to display as paragraph, I will write here. Then this is what exactly we call it closed tag. Closed, closed tag, it starts with forward slash symbol. We call this symbol as forward slash. So this is backslash, bends back. This is forward slash, bends back, forward. Okay, so this is, we call it an open tag, means paragraph started. This is the closed tag, paragraph ended. And this is the text I want to create as a paragraph. So the tag, we call them container tags. There will be an open tag available. There will be a closed tag available and content. Empty tags. Empty tags includes what? It includes open tag only. Okay, they don't have any closing tag. They don't have any content inside. Just there will be an open tag and that's all. Only open tag is provided there like this. So just when we take, for example, we have some tags available like empty tags. Any example? రాసాం కదా మనం. No practice. Huh? And you asked for notes. Last 2 days, no class. So we have a BR, line break tag. Like in C language, you have like slash. No, BR, line break tag. And we have something like an image tag. We have like a HR tag, input tag, frame tag. So they don't have any closing tags. Just open the tag and close it. That's all. No content, nothing there. But according to HTML5 standard, so HTML5 is the latest version. According to HTML5 standard, every tag must be closed. You have to close each and every tag. But BR has no closed tag. Image has no closed tag. Then how to close them? They will close like this. BR Just we can close here. So the tag started and immediately we closed it. Self-closing tags we call them. Tag opened and closed. Like we have image, IMG. Open the tag, close it. HR, open the tag, close it. Horizontal ruler, it's a line, it will come like this. So, like this, HTML, it provides two types of tags for us. And not only that, each tag in HTML will have a set of properties, Those properties, we call them what? Attributes. So every tag in HTML will have a set of properties. We call them attributes. So the values for these attributes, whatever the attributes they have provided, the values for these attributes, they are either predefined or custom defined. Values for these attributes, they are either predefined or custom defined. So what it means? Now see here we have created some paragraph tag. Generally, you take any editor or web page or something, like I have taken Notepad. Generally, anything we type, by default, it starts from left only. The text will have left aligned. If required, I can place it center. So P is the paragraph tag. This paragraph has a property, we call it attribute called align. So how to align the text? So generally the text will be aligned left. Otherwise, I can align it center, I can align it right, I can align it justify. 4 type of alignments. So this is what exactly we call attribute. I'll tell. It's an attribute. So this attribute, you can give any of these values. But attributes, just they are optional. So if I don't use the attribute called align, the default alignment will be left. If required, I can place it center or right or justify like this. Next, coming to HTML programs, how they are written. HTML programs, they will have an extension. What is that? .htm or .html. So basically, there are two extensions available, .htm, .html. We have some other extensions also, .mhtml, .chtml, .xhtml. Very rarely people will be using. So this is the common extension they will use. Otherwise, you can say .html. They will have the extension .html. Next, how to write these programs? Means HTML programs, they are written using text editors. Text editors means what? Like you can use Notepad, you can use Notepad++, you can use Edit Plus, like Sublime Text. Plenty of text editors are there. Or you can design a HTML page using IDEs also. Integrated development environments. So like the most popular IDE, Visual Studio Code. So this is what the IDE mostly will be using for designing, Visual Studio Code. And you can have some other like Eclipse you can use, Atom, Brackets, Visual Studio. plenty of IDEs are available. But generally in the real time, to build the programs faster, we will use IDEs. I will show both implementations. And these pages, generally, they are run on browsers. Browser means like you can use Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Microsoft Edge. You can use a Safari, you can use Opera, plenty of browsers available. Which browser, it's up to us. Okay, now any browser you can run your page. So if we want to run our HTML programs, we need a browser here. So that's one thing. Then how to write programs in HTML? Let's see. The structure of a HTML program so can be shown as below. How to write a HTML program. So just I'll write here skeleton structure of a HTML page. Generally C++ we call programs, even Python also. And HTML, PHP, JSP, ASP, pages or documents we call. So like that, when you take like Java, C#, .NET, we call them classes. Different terms they will be using. They are programs, that's all. But they are called with different names. A HTML page. So this is what the comment about our program. Comment means we are describing our program in English language. So if you want to better understand your program, you can explain your program in English. And this explanation is for our understanding only, not for browser. Browser cannot understand English. So that English, it is for our understanding only, comments. And mostly HTML pages by default, they contain some declaration called doc type HTML. It's not mandatory, it's an optional one. Document type HTML means what type of document you are writing? HTML. And not only that, this declaration indicates that you are using HTML5 version. The latest version you are using. Okay, that's the declaration, doc type HTML. So a HTML program will start with the tag called HTML. So start of the page, end of the page. This HTML, it contains again two child tags inside. What are they? One is the header tag. Second one is the body tag. Okay, now it contains two things. One is a header tag. Second one is a body tag. So we call it header section and we call it body section. So what is this header purpose? Means, so this section includes if you want to provide any information about your web page. If you want to provide any information about your web page, you can write in this header section. Any information about your web page. So generally this section, what we will write is title of the document. Title of the document. Like every page will have some title. You can see here, what is there in the title bar? 5 p.m. Python full stack April 3rd something. And when we take this editor, so Java output values / print text. So that's what exactly we call title. Whatever the thing we want to print on the title bar, title of the document. It includes something called meta tags there. Right now we don't know what are they, we'll see later, meta tags. Then we have like CSS styles you can write inside. You can write scripts, JavaScript or VB script, any scripting language. Links to external sources. Okay, links to external sources, etc. like that. So what it means, like I have created some CSS document. So this CSS I want to use in my program. I can link it. I have created a JavaScript file. That script I want to use in my program. Then I can link it. So the links to external sources we can write inside like this. Any information about your web page you can present here. And the most common tag that is used here in the header section, it's the title tag. Title tag. So what we'll write here? Here we'll write like text to be displayed on the title bar. Okay, whatever the text you want to display on the title bar, it is written here in the title tag. Whatever the text I write, it will be printed on the title. Now, this body tag, this is what we need. So the content to be displayed on the web page. Whatever the content we want to print on the web page, that is written here inside the body tag. So whatever we write here, you can see this particular content actually, it was written inside the body tag. Okay, so this is the way how we can create pages in HTML like this. Okay, now just some simple skeleton like how. So I will show you two options how to create HTML. The first program using text editor, Notepad, and then I will show how to write the same program using IDEs. First, let's start with text editors. So what I will do here is, to save my HTML programs, so just I'll create some folder called HTML program. Somewhere I will write HTML programs. I'll create one folder. Just I will copy some images here. Even I have created one more folder that is like images. I just copied some images there. Some images I have. HTML programs. So this is where my programs I want to create. Okay, first what I will do, just observe here. First I will open Notepad. Okay, now text editor, a common text editor, I will write Notepad. I'll write some content here. This is a sample HTML page. Just I am telling that just it's a dummy page. It's a sample class 8:30 కల్లా అయిపోతుంది 8:30 కాదమ్మా 6:30 అయిపోతుంది అంటే క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎవరైనా ఎత్తుకొని పోతారు So this is a sample HTML page like this. And this declaration doc type HTML. Actually, it's not mandatory, just it is optional. Doc type HTML like this we can. Like this we can write. But of course, it's not compulsory. Okay, na? So first I will start the HTML tag. Okay, first this is the main tag here. HTML contains what? It includes the header tags and it includes the body tags. Okay, na? Yes. Header tag contains what again? Very good. Title. Give me some time. Okay, na? So just I will write here sample HTML page. Okay, na? Just to close the title tag. Body, what we will write? Whatever the data we want to print for the user. Whatever the data we want to print on the web page, we'll write inside the body tag. So just I will write like welcome to web designing. Some text I will write here. Welcome to web designing like this. Just save the file. Where to save the file? In your HTML programs. Already you have created one HTML programs. So see here, what I have done is, I have created a folder called PyPM Python batch. Inside HTML programs folder I have. In this folder, any name I can give. So because this is the sample page, I will take it as sample.html. That's the extension. .html. While saving, you choose all files. All files like this. Now, when we open the folder, now this is what the HTML page we have created. So what I have done is, I have chosen Chrome to open my HTML programs. So because I have chosen Chrome, you can see the Chrome icon. If you want to open in Edge, you can choose that icon. Firefox, you can choose. Notepad, you can choose. It is up to us. So how to change the icon? Right click on the file. Right click on the file, go to properties. And then here you have the option, open within. What it is showing? Google Chrome. If I want to change it, I can click on the change button. So what are the other options available? It will show you. If you want to open in Edge, you can select it. Notepad, you can select it. Firefox, like that. Once done, you click the OK button. Okay, and close. So I have chosen Chrome as the default. Why? Because to run particularly JavaScript, Chrome browser works faster. So that's why I'll choose it. Now, once it is done, just double click on it. It will open the page. Just double click on it. It will open the page. Now you can see the text. Welcome to web design. Just you right click inside the page. You right click inside the page. View page source. Is there any shortcut? So shortcuts are very important. And if you want to become a fast programmer, you have to use shortcuts. Assume that there is no mouse. You have to use shortcuts. So just when I click on it, you can see how this page was designed. You can see the code there. We cannot modify it, but you can see how the page was created. Okay, now I will close it. Next, what I want to do, this particular text, welcome to web designing, I want to keep center of the page. Okay, now line center, I want to place it. Then I will place the text in between the tags called center, open and close tags. So whatever the text that was written, in between the open and closed tags, it will have that center effect. Save the file. Every time when you modify, save it. Then only you can see the changes. To see the changes, you can click on the reload button. Otherwise, shortcut F5. Python, ideally you type F5, run module. Like here we press F5, we can see the updated. Now you see text is displayed in the center of the page. Okay, na? Like. Next, what I will do, after this center tag, I want to write some text like this page was designed in HTML something. I'll write some text here. This page was designed in HTML. Just save it and refresh. This text, it was placed center. Okay, now this text was placed center. But this is placed left, default alignment left. Why this was not placed center? Because center was closed here. So because this is the only text placed in between the open and closed tag, it will have that center effect. That's what markup. Markup means how you want to see the data you place in between the tags. That is markup. Accordingly, presentation will come. So, because this tag is placed in between open and closed, it will have the center effect. It is not available inside the closed tag. So, no center effect. That's why to close the tag? That's the reason. Suppose I don't close this center tag. I don't close this center tag. Refresh. What happened? If we don't close this tag, from this text onwards, everything will be printed on the center. That's why only this particular text I want to place center. So I will place it in between the open and closed tags. Similarly, see here, just observe, just I'm removing this closed title tag. I'm removing this closed title tag. Nothing is printed. HTML, you don't have any debugging, no error detection in HTML. What we type, it is printed. But nothing was printed. What happened? Where is my program? You are not attending first class, sir. Hmm? Where is your code? Title bar. You can see head, body. Huh? You can see the code right there. So because this tag is not closed, from here, entire content is moved to title bar. So that's why we have to close the tag. That is the reason. Only that sample HTML page, only that text was placed as title. So why we have to close the tags? That's it. Now, generally, whenever we are working with the web page, the default appearance will be black on white. Means what? Black letters on white background. Generally, any window, that's the default appearance. Suppose I want to change it. I want to change the text color, or I want to change the background color, something I want to change. So for that purpose, what we can do, this body tag, if you want to change the background color, it has provided an attribute called BG color, no space. BG color, which stands for background color. So whatever the color you want, you can place inside. So body BG color equals to blue. Now I can have that blue color. Suppose if I want to change the text color, there is a property, there is an attribute called text. That is text BG color attributes. I can use something like white so that when I run, the text is appeared like this. So now the thing here is, so how to know what colors are used in HTML? Okay, now what colors are used in HTML? So colors means we can write in two ways commonly. First, I can use color names. Color names means what? Like red, green, blue, black, yellow, like this. And one more thing is HTML programs are case insensitive. Means what? Capital letters and small letters are different. Generally, because you have the idea of Python, I'll show you. Suppose I want to print some output for the user, I'll write print welcome. Python is case sensitive. Print means we have to write in lowercase only. Suppose if I use here like print welcome, print is not defined. So C, C++, Java, Python, capital letters different, small letters different. So, but in HTML, you can write the code either in capital letters or small letters, case insensitive. So I can use the colors like this. Otherwise, I can use light blue, dark green. Like this, I can use colors. Otherwise, we can specify colors using color codes. Here, we can specify a 6-digit hexadecimal value. 6-digit hexadecimal value. Hexadecimal means you can give the value from 0 through F. What are 6 digits? Means in the real world, every color you see, it's a combination of 3 colors. What are they? Red, green, blue, RGB we call them. But Photoshop people, they will use one more color called CMYK. Cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. So, but this is the common color combination we'll use. Like for example, suppose I have written like hash red. F means it's the biggest value. So red present, green present, blue present. School days lo cheptaru. Presence of all colors, what we get? When you mix red, green, blue in equal ratio, which color you get? So it's white. Presence of all colors. Absence of all colors. No red, no green, no blue. Absence of all colors is black. Just red only present. Green absent, blue absent. It will give you red color. Combination. Red plus green. Blue absent. What is the combination of red and green? Yellow. Yellow. Like that. Sir, how to remember these codes? Nothing to remember. Nothing to remember. Simply, I will give you one website name. I'll give you one website name. What is that website? htmlcolorcodes.com. Okay, now just if you want to see what are the various colors you can use in HTML, just visit this website htmlcolorcodes.com. And here you can just see here color names. HTML color names. Select. What they are telling? Modern browsers, they support 140 different named colors. 140 different named colors. 140 color names are available here. What are the names? Just to scroll down. With red color combination, these are the colors. You can see color name, Indian red, light coral, salmon, dark salmon, light salmon, crimson, red, fire brick, something like. Next, pink color combinations. Okay, now next, orange color combinations, yellow color combinations. Okay, now like purple color combinations. Which color you want, you can use it. Okay, suppose I liked this color name. Okay, just copy it, open your code, bg color equal to paste. Now refresh the page. You can have that color. So we can use the color name or beside you can have this color code also. Red plus blue combination, we call it magenta or fuchsia. Both are same. Otherwise, if you want to check with other colors, okay, now you can see plenty of colors available. So this dark cyan, some color there. Copy the color code and then you can paste it. Just refresh the page. Like that, we can get the colors. Sir, I want to see more colors. No problem. So just what you do is, so at the top of the page, you have this picker option. So you can have that color picker. Okay, now these are color picker. Choose which color combination you want. Suppose now I am in blue color here. Then if you go towards left light colors, you will get darker, more darker like this. Suppose I liked this color. You can see the color either here or in the right side there. And now you can see the hexadecimal value, right? Just copy it and then paste. Like that we can use the color names there. Once done, refresh. htmlcolorcodes.com. From there, you can apply the color for your content. Now, suppose, sir, instead of background color, suppose I want to have a background image. I want to have some background image. Then I can use a property called background. Already I told you in my folder. Where is my folder? Desktop. 5 p.m. Python batch, HTML programs. Already I have some images available. So just to see what is the image name. One name. It is a JPEG file. So what I will write here, background equals to 1.jpg. See the extension, it is 1.jpg. Refresh. So you can see the image has been repeatedly displayed, multiple copies created. Why? Because the image size is small. This is what the exact size of the image. Because the image is very small, it was displayed as tiles. You can see tiles on the floor. Because the tiles are smaller, room is big, plenty of tiles placed. So that is what the tile effect you have. So if the image is very large, how much it will fit there. Like that. Okay, now. So like you can place the image. Now I have one more image available in my system that is 2.jpg. So this one. You can see up to web designing, it is one image. You can see some small line there. And then that particular portion, so you will have another image. But this is a bigger one. So like that, if you want to have some image as a background, you can have the image like this. So this is the way how we can write programs in HTML. And remember one thing, what we have to remember is whenever you make changes in your HTML code, okay, whenever you make changes in your HTML code, you have to save it, then you have to refresh, then it will be done. So that is what exactly. So if we want to write programs, the first option is we can use text editors like this. Text editors can be used. But generally in real time, text editors are not used. Generally, you take not only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java, Python, any programming language, we don't use text editors in real time. Why? What is the reason? The reason is editors does not provide what? Debugging facility. What is the use of Notepad? What is the use of Notepad? Just like creating some text files like this. Okay, na? 5 p.m. Python notes or 9 a.m. Java notes. Just it is used to create something. 11 a.m. React. Something like just they are used for creating some text. I want to prepare some notes. Just to create that, we have that Notepad. Notepad, WordPad, they are not for programming purpose. Not for programming, just for typing some content. So that's why they don't have debugging. Debugging means error detection is not available. The next thing here is editors does not provide any help. Generally, while writing the code, I need some help from my software. But editors, they are not for programming purpose. So that's why they don't provide any help. So when no debugging available, so what is the meaning of help? So when there is no debugging available, like see here, I want to use some print function. When I start the parenthesis, what it is showing? How to use the print function? What are the parameters we can give? That's what, that help, it is not provided with editors. IDEs will provide. Like, similarly, I want to take something like suppose, import some math I have taken. Inside, I will write like math dot factorial, start the bracket. So when I say math dot factorial, what happened? So what? It needs some number. And what it will do? It will find n factorial. So that type of help editors will not provide. Okay, na? So when there is no debugging available, when there is no help available, programming is time consuming. Programming is time consuming. So that is what the exact problem with editors. So that's why to avoid these problems as a solution, so the programmers will use IDEs. The most popular IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So what it means, I can write the code, I can debug the code, I can execute, everything I can do at one place. That's what I am telling. Debug not, it is debugging, error detection. Error detection. So everything you can do at one place. That's why integrated environment. Okay, na? So here to work with our HTML programs, we'll be using one of the most popular IDE, that is Visual Studio Code. Okay, most of the cases when you are working with not only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap or whatever it is, React, Angular, Node.js. So front end part, not only that, even to write Python programs, even people are using for Java also. Any purpose, now it is one free software that is available from Microsoft. We can use it. So tomorrow what I will do, I will show you how to install this IDE and how to write HTML programs. Daily we'll write our programs on IDEs on. So how to write HTML programs on IDEs, everything we will see there. Okay, na? Clear today's topic? Any questions?